extra time.
Hi, it's Norman Kochannek here for Extra Time, reporting from the Sydney Cricket Ground, the SCG, on a rather drizzly, overcast day here in Sydney. Dave Warner and the Australian team, as well as Rohit Sharma and the Indian team, have been practicing at the Melbourne Cricket Ground today, preparing for the SCG test, which will come on the 7th of January. Dave Warner, despite his groin injury, has been training and batting quite steadily and quite hard and with a great deal of intention. His batting seems to be pretty sound from what we're seeing, not a great deal of problems with his lateral movement. In terms of course, of his fielding, however, that may be another issue. In fact, he's stated himself that he's nowhere near 100%. I'm arguing about 70%, and with that, he's going to have some difficulty and will struggle with this test coming up on the 7th of January. In fact, his position in the team is not 100% yet, but I think they're giving every possibility to be ready for that match. He's had appropriate treatment and injections to it, and alternative treatment to actually get him ready for the match. So based on what we saw today with his trainer, he looks like he's in a pretty reasonable position to be able to take part in the test. Since Steve Smith scored 111 in Dharamshala in 2017, there's been 135 Aussies that have walked out to bat in tests against India. So that's in the last 3 years, 135 bats. Not one test century. A top score of just 79 from Marcus Harris, who's in the mix for the 7th of January's match. But of course, Pucovski still is there as well with his concussion issues. They're still looking at a preference of him. They want a left, right-hand batter. I'm pretty sure that's what they're looking for with Warner and Pucovski. So Warner plays, Wade will go down the order, and Pucovski is more than likely to open. But Marcus Harris is still floating around. He's the last person to score a total of 79 runs in an innings. So it's just quite low indeed. Only one innings of 200 plus balls. That was actually Usman Khawaja, another player that could be considered but isn't being considered for this test. Only 11 50s in that period since 2017, and only 2 bats with more than 50 as a score. Certainly not a plausible situation by any stretch of the imagination. So Dave Warner batted pretty well the next day. Let's hope he ends up playing, even though he won't be 70% fit. He certainly is capable of centuries. This is Norman Kochannek here for Extra Time. Please don't forget to view, like and share the posts and be able to provide us with feedback. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and to Extra Time, and comments and welcomed at any time, and feedback as well. That's Norman Kochannek for Extra Time.
Hit the subscribe option and the bell icon to get all the exclusive sports videos on Extra Time.